Justin Gaethje scored his first ever professional win with brutal move that many believe should be banned. The first win of Justin Gaethje's professional MMA career came in extremely brutal fashion. Although for a lot of fans, their first introduction to the highlight will have been his UFC debut in 2017 against Michael Johnson, his highlight reel was already stacked full of brutal wins before that moment. Even after winning his first professional world title, the Arizonan's fighting style didn't change, and in his first defense, he put on a brutal war against a one-armed fighter. But even from his first fight in an MMA cage, it became clear that Justin Gaethje would go on to be a popular star, mostly known for his brutality. Gaethje's first ever professional win came in extremely brutal fashion. After an extremely promising college wrestling career, Gaethje turned his attention to MMA in 2008 when he competed in his first ever amateur MMA fight. Once he accumulated 6 impressive wins, without suffering defeat, the highlight turned pro and made his professional debut in 2011 against future UFC fighter, Kevin Croom. The fight began at an electrifyingly fast pace with Croom looking to back Gaethje up against the cage where he landed a few big shots before he was tied up in the clinch by Gaethje. Not long after the highlight caught Croom in the clinch, he performed a hip toss and looked to control Croom on the ground. After a brief scramble, Croom looked to lock in an armbar on Gaethje, attempting to make him tap out. Gaethje, though, had different ideas and showed his first sign of not quitting. While Croom had his arm locked up, Gaethje lifted him up with his sheer strength and slammed Croom on his head. As soon as Croom hit the mat, he was out cold, but Gaethje landed an additional brutal right hand before being pulled away by the referee. Despite the slam being completely legal because of the fact that Gaethje didn't spike him on his head, it is a move that many MMA fans believe should be banned in the sport because of the severe injury risk to the neck, spine, and head. Is the UFC 324 main event a mismatch? Having not fought since last March, the 37-year-old returns to the octagon this Saturday at UFC 324 when he takes on Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title. Gaethje is vastly more experienced than the Paddy, who earned his interim title shot having not beaten a single fighter in the top 10 of the current lightweight rankings. Long before Justin the highlight, Gaethje became one of the most feared strikers in mixed martial arts. He made a dramatic entrance into the professional ranks that foreshadowed his violent yet captivating fighting style. His very first pro MMA victory came at ROF 41, bragging rights in August 2011, where he accomplished something both brutal and unforgettable. A debut to remember. Gaethje's opponent in that debut was Kevin Croom, a fighter then riding a modest 4-fight win streak. What happened next lasted barely 61 seconds. After breaking from the cage center, Gaethje fought off an early armbar attempt. In a flash, he seized control, lifting Croom off his feet and driving him to the canvas with such force that he knocked him out cold. The fight ended with a slam knockout, a move that is spectacular in its suddenness and power but controversial in its severity. A crowd favorite from that night forward, Gaethje proved right away that he was a dangerous and unpredictable force in MMA.